and welcome back to JMC Live Investigate Census 2010. And we are going to go ahead and play this clip about a census worker in Indiana who beat and raped an Indiana woman who was handicapped. This happened either a day, I think it happened on May 10th was when the video was posted. So it either happened on May 9th, May 10th, sometime around in there. But this is from Indiana News 11 News. And oh shoot. Hopefully it works because I went off. It isn't loaded completely. But we're going to try it.
First tonight, a volunteer census worker who made his rounds earlier this week is now accused of returning to a physically handicapped woman's home this weekend, beating her and raping her. WHAS 11's Adriana Hopkins was in Pekin, Indiana earlier today where this all happened. And Adriana, people really there just must be shocked and really talking about this one.
Talking about it because they're so upset about it because they call this woman really just defenseless. His friends also say that they're shocked about these accusations of Daniel Miller.
No, I had no reason to be afraid or anything of him. But he was just a nice, ordinary person.
That's what Debbie Bishop thought Tuesday when she met Daniel Miller. The self-employed tile layer and volunteer census worker drove up this road, stopping at homes listed on his census forms. The two had a short conversation, and she answered all of the census questions.
He just seemed really nice. Actually, he was over-friendly.
But if what Washington County Sheriff's deputies say about Miller is true, Debbie says she's sorely mistaken. Police say that same Tuesday, Miller also stopped by Debbie's neighbor's house. Then that Saturday, at 4:30 in the morning, police say he returned to her neighbor's home, broke in, beat, then raped the 21-year-old physically handicapped woman who lives there with her mother.
It's not right. She had no choice, you know. And it's just not, you don't do that.
The victim's mother talked to us off camera and said while she was sleeping, Miller raped her daughter, then left his clothes in her daughter's room. A neighbor says Miller then drove around the house as if he was drunk. We went to Miller's house, and according to his friends, he had been drinking Friday night.
He came home too, but I guess he left again.
Miller lives in an apartment complex by a nice, family-friendly neighborhood with an eye shot of Eastern High School and East Washington Middle School. We're told Miller's been married for 13 years and has 2 daughters. His friend Timothy says he's shocked Miller was arrested for this crime.
I went fishing with him almost all the time. He was nice and friendly.
Debbie says she's realized you can't trust people. You never really know who they are.
So, as Jeremy's trying to fix the difficulties with the computer, because we just lost our live feed, we're going to continue with our pre-recorded show while he's trying to get it back up. This is why we do a pre-recorded show, because you just never know what's going to happen. So, this man is accused of beating and raping this poor handicapped woman in Indiana. And he just shows, obviously, that the people that are doing the hiring or anything for the census, it just seems like they're not picking very good people. Under the description of this video, the person that loaded it wrote, "I guess we know where the Acorn employees got jobs. Obama hired them all as census workers, it seems." I didn't write that. The person who loaded the video did. And of course, if you followed the Acorn SEIU thing, it's been a mess. Acorn lost all their federal funding because of an undercover sting that was done all across the United States by some undercover reporters. And basically, Acorn employees were helping these undercover reporters show them how to basically set up brothels and sex trafficking houses in America. And so Acorn is really under scrutiny, but it was even said by some news like CNN and so on, it was said by them that SEIU and Acorn would be working to help do this U.S. Census this year. And, whether or not that's true, we're not very sure, but it is upsetting to think that Acorns had all these problems, and if they are helping the census, it is a little bit scary. And it's, hearing all these horror stories, and they've only been doing door-to-door since May 1st, is a bit unnerving. This man goes in and rapes and beats this person.
And the internet went out.
So, oh, that's crazy. So anyway, I guess we're going to have to take a break and try to figure out what's going on with the computer and the internet and everything. But obviously, somebody doesn't want us to talk about this, but we're going to talk about it because there's some stuff going on that people need to know about, and the truth sets you free. We'll be right back.